Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here once again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you yet another Warhammer 40,000 faction focus video, straight from the Warhammer 40,000 community page. And today, the faction focus, as you can see, is all about the Chaos Knights. Cole should be very interested in this because his Chaos Knight army could be getting some really cool buffs and some really cool ideas moving forward in the new 9th edition. But before we go into the video, big shout out to everyone who subscribed in the past month. A new name has popped up thanks to YouTube, and I hope I pronounce it properly, so please bear with me. It is Darren Klasowski. Hope I pronounced that right, mate. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Me and Cole massively appreciated. And to everyone who has subscribed, like I said, in the past month, we're now up to 75 subs, 3/4 of the way there to 100. It's a really good feeling, so thank you all very much. And for the likes. The likes have been coming in thick and fast. And most importantly for me, personally, is the comments from people like Reject Omen, Ridgeway 98365, and the Martian Mantis. There's more people who put comments on, but those are the latest comments. Thank you very much, guys. All the stuff you're putting on is positive. It's helpful, it gets conversations going, which is exactly what we want here on 40k. Thank you very much. Can't really emphasize how much we appreciate it. But anyway, let's get in this video. What are we here to see? A faction focus all about the Chaos Knights. So giant, spiky mechs, play to insane and uncaring deities beyond mortal comprehension. We dare say there are few things Warhammer 40,000 than the subject of today's faction focus, Chaos Knights. With more command points to play with, the ability to bring their guns to bear, and more to look forward to. The future is bright for these crusaders of eternal darkness. And who are they? Not even the noblest of the Imperial service can resist the malignant influence of Chaos forever. From the black days of the Horus Heresy to the carnage of the, I can never pronounce this, Citrix Maledictum. Many knight households, chivalric families who pilot vast war machines have fallen prey to chaos, victims of fell circumstance, overwhelming pride, or the influence of demons from beyond the veil. Now they wage the long war against the heretic Astartes, as very and terrifying as their loyal kind. From malefic households equipped with dark mechanicum blessed war machines to the relentless ironclasts committing countless atrocities out for some twisted chivalry. And they are nasty Chaos Knights, especially in things like close combat. Cole has Chaos Knights. I am not looking forward to play them because I think the way they were powerful before, but now in 9th edition I think they're going to be 10 times more powerful. Let's just see what we have. How will they play in the new edition? Chaos Knights, like their loyal kin, have a lot to look forward to in the new edition. If you've not already checked out the Imperial Knights faction focus, go back because we did a video on it. Don't go on there, just look on this channel for some tips that you'll also apply to their spiky brethren. Indeed, since yesterday's preview, some of you have been asking how knights interact with command points in the new edition. Well, good news. Thanks to rules update at launch, you'll be getting just as many as a normal army. Usually, a super heavy detachment costs a whopping 6 command points. That's half the allotted for a 2,000 point spiky force battle. And as we reviewed on a previous video, super heavy detachment, the command cost is 3 or 6 CP, depending on how many you want to take, Lords of War. To include this detachment in your army, you must spend either 3 or 6 command points. If you only spend 3 command points, then you cannot include any Titanic units in detachment. All units must be from the same faction, which we covered, like I said, in a previous video. However, if your warlord is in a super heavy detachment and it is a Titanic Knight, you'll get those 6 command points back. So you should still have 12 points to work with. Even if your warlord is a war dog or armiger, if you go on loyal, you'll get 3 command points, enough to pay fully a super heavy detachment with no Titanic units. So if you're looking to assemble a deadly hunting pack of war dogs, we've got you covered too. On page 62, we have Traitorous Lances rule text. Change the last sentence to read: if your warlord has the Chaos Knights keyword, Chaos Knights Super Heavy Detachment in your army gain the following command benefits. Select one of the following. +3 command points if your warlord is part of this detachment. +6 command points if your warlord is part of this detachment and has the Titanic keyword. Okay, so the best way to get those command points back, obviously, is to make one of the bigger knights your warlord, and you will get the 6 command points back. So if you're going thematic and having a pure knights army, you'll have more command points than you'd ever dreamed of before, and without having to pack in extra detachments of units that aren't giant stompy death machines. We've asked playtester Jason Lippett's Chaos Train twin, Jason Gippert, to provide his incredibly evil advice on playing a Chaos Knights army in the new edition. However, he was too busy yelling insults at orphaned puppies to provide help, and so Jason, being lovely, stepped in again. Fair enough. Jason says both Chaos Knights and their Imperial cousins will find that the blast weapons change is the undeniable improvement, with the obvious winners being the thermal cannon, thermal spear, and Iron Storm missile pod. The blast rule on the rapid fire battle cannon will do serious work against hordes, so it also deserves consideration. And there we have some night mods. Actually, that is very similar in numbers wise to what Cole has. Cole has two. He definitely has 2 small ones, 2 of like the little Armiger war dogs, but I can't remember if he has 3 or 4 of the larger ones. It might be 4. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But there's some awesome paint schemes on there. Cole's looks a lot like the center one, the center white one. Yeah, I can't wait to get them on the board. Can't wait to get them in the battle rep so you guys can see how good of a paint job Cole has actually done. So Chaos Knights will benefit from a strategy focusing on keeping the other side from scoring objectives more than trying to score them for yourself, unless you have allies. And for the first time since their introduction, they will have to take terrain into account when moving. While one of the undeniable attractions to Knights has been their ability to virtually ignore any and all terrain, you'll now have to think about how best to take advantage of it, making for more interactive and interesting game for both players. And some Chaos Knight advice. For sub-faction choices, House Commentus from Psychic Awakening Engine War will be strong, especially featuring the incredible Knight Castigator, backed by two dual thermal cannons. Knight Despoilers. The Encircling Hound stratagem is superior to the new Strategic Reserves rule in command point costs and in application. So what is it? For 1 command point, you can have Encircling Hounds. Use this stratagem during deployment. Select 1 House Tremendous War Dogs unit from your army. You can set up this unit encircling the foe instead of setting it up on the battlefield. If you do, at the end of your movement phase, you can set up this unit anywhere on the battlefield that's within 6 inches of the battlefield edge and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. The War Dogs Vehicle Squadron ability only takes effect when this unit is set up on the battlefield, not when it is set up in encircling the foe. You can only use the stratagem once per battle. Okay, cool. So it is, for 1 CP, a great way to get some knights, even if they are the little ones, closer to the enemy lines. Really gives your opponent something to think about. Quite a powerful stratagem. As for units, I will include in my list Thermal Spear War Dogs, dual Thermal Cannon Despoilers, and even a Dimus wielding Desecrator make the cut. I think I might rather have a Castigator rather than a Desecrator for more situations. But which one you pick largely comes down to your personal preference. So thanks, Jason. How are you changing up your Chaos Knights for the new edition? Let us know on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag Warhammer Community, and stay tuned for more faction-focused articles. Okay, very cool. So, as always, guys, what do people think of this faction-focused video? Did you like it? If you did, hit that like button. any Chaos Knight players out there like Call, looking forward to getting their big, stompy, titanic units into battle, into close combat, and shredding up whatever comes against them. Let me and Call know. Leave lots of comments, guys. We do love reading them. And if you subscribe to the channel and your name pops up, you will, of course, get a shout out. If you're new to the channel, we are 40k. We post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, like today. So if you've liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe, do all that stuff, because it really does make a difference to a small channel, guys. So thank you very much in advance for your subs. But that's going to be it. Leave some comments, guys. This is Kel signing out for 40k, saying stay safe, look after each other, and until next time, we'll see you later.